unpopular opinion, I love having high maintenance friends. I love it. And by high maintenance, I'm not just talking about money, but how you see yourself really matters to me. Like, where you see yourself really matters to me. Even if you are not there yet, but the vision of where you see yourself and who you want to be really matters to me. Because I don't want a low maintenance bitch that's gonna drag me down with her. No, babes, I'm going up. You can stay down here on your own. I don't want to stay down here. I love a bitch who's going to be like, babes, I don't want to go to that place because I don't want to be associated with that kind of behavior. Love it. Oh, I love a bitch with boundaries. Like, I love a bitch who's going to be like, girl, I don't want to hang out with those people.
Men love high maintenance women. A lot of people get this wrong, so allow me to clear a few things up once and for all. A woman who maintains herself to a high level, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, who maintains hygiene, class, and decorum, that is high maintenance. Go ahead with that skincare routine. Self-care is sexy. And socially speaking, the way a woman presents herself is a representation of her man. And vice versa, of course. My father always told me growing up that the way that I move in public is a representation of the Washington name. So I should move in a way that honors that. Not that I always did, but you get the point. High maintenance signals self-respect. But the problem is, a lot of people narcissistically manipulate this idea and start acting like it's other people's job to maintain them. Empowerment turns into entitlement real quick, real freaking quick. I would actually consider myself to be a high maintenance man because I maintain myself to high standards of behavior, hygiene, fitness, fiscal responsibility, not because I go around demanding that a woman must maintain me or sustain me like it's my birthright. And that's what I think a lot of people are doing. A lot of people are looking for a mommy or a daddy to acquiesce to every request, to get everything they have decided that they deserve while giving as little as possible in return. True high maintenance people are not parasitic. It's not someone else's job to maintain you. The purpose of a team is to multiply. I think the greatest misconception with what it means to be high maintenance happens when people conflate maintenance with materialism. Demanding a Louis Vuitton lifestyle is not high maintenance, that's high materialism. They are not the same. I hear so many people talk about how men love low maintenance women because they are the easiest to manipulate. But let's not act for a second like materialistic girlies aren't just as malleable. In fact, they may even be the easiest to manipulate because they are bisexual. You buy things and in return, they will be sexual. There's a whole industry based on such interactions. Pay to play is not high maintenance. Maintenance is about what you choose to maintain for yourself based on what you value. Women who maintain high degrees of integrity and self-care will desire men who handle business and maintain high levels of integrity, intention, and direction. It would seem some of y'all are refusing to get the point here. But I love you, so let's try again. Y'all got me preaching on a Tuesday morning. It is a good thing to be high maintenance, but being high maintenance it's not about being high expense or high consumerism. Say it with me. We do not maintain our faces without maintaining our finances. We do not maintain our faces without maintaining our finances. Being high maintenance does not have to be expensive. Responsibility is also sexy. We can ball on a budget. I learned how to give myself a fade. Sadly, my hair doesn't grow in like it used to, but I still maintain my beard and keep the hairs off of my neck. Do I need to drive a Bugatti to keep my car clean? No, it's a Cadillac. Do I need to hire coaches and dietitians to move my body every day and eat a little cleaner? Does my sweater need to be cashmere, or can it be a wool blend? Could it even be thrifted and still be clean and classy? Do I need to wear a Rolex, or could I have a Timex on my wrist and still look put together? Now, I will say, physical upkeep is more expensive for women than men. There is no argument there. And there are greater expectations on women when it comes to something like beauty standards. There are greater expectations on men in other areas of life, but that's a different conversation. Now, you don't have to get your nails done professionally every week or have Botox injections to maintain yourself at a high level. And a lot of that is actually done from a heart stance of comparison, competition, and performance. High maintenance turns into highly performative real quick, real freaking quick. A lot of people sell out on themselves to look a certain way on the outside, attempting to convince themselves and other people that they are doing well, but behind closed doors, they are struggling internally. And that's why no matter how much they do, it's never enough. Putting myself into debt to drive a nicer car than the next man, or spending thousands and thousands on makeup and lashes and facials to keep up with the Kardashians without Kardashian money, that is not high maintenance. That is high consumerism. That's a trap. High maintenance and high consumerism are not the same. High maintenance is not about spending tons of money, especially if you don't have it like that. Because in order to get it like that in the future, you need to be maintaining responsible financial habits in the present. Another lesson my parents taught me. I bought a house at 22 years old, and I have set aside more than 10% of my income to my investment portfolio for a decade. That is also a part of being high maintenance. It has to go deeper than the skin. We must maintain high levels of self-discipline, of foresight, and of wisdom. We must delay instant gratification. We are investing towards a future bigger than ourselves. High maintenance is not attention seeking. It is not loud. It can be silent. Quiet luxury, sophistication, education, taking care of our little corner of the world. Of course, there are levels to this. If you currently exist in a tax bracket where you should be investing more into long-term infrastructure than exterior decorations, it's going to raise some red flags if you are not. Maintaining high levels of financial responsibility is a part of being high maintenance. And it actually helps you align with other people who also share mindsets of long-term investment. Some of the best relationship advice I can give you is be a good investment, and people will be more likely to invest in you. It is good to eat the fruits of our labors, to treat ourselves, but it is the ones who plant more seeds than they consume who will be the ones who own the whole orchard in the end.
I was talking to my colleague the other day, and bless his heart, he said, "Man, you're so lucky. Your girlfriend is low maintenance." And I said, "How do you mean low maintenance? What do you mean?" He said, "I hear you guys on the phone. Maybe you just send a picture of your coffee, or you just tell her about your day, and she's so happy, so excited, and so giggly. And, she doesn't really, and this is where he hit me. She doesn't really bill you too much. For us, billing is like she doesn't ask for money or ask for Birkin or ask for Gucci. I said, to me, she's very high maintenance." And he said, "How do you mean?" I said, "Let me explain. I've been with those girls who bill you. They just want you to keep them on a certain financial level. You don't really need to emotionally connect with them. You don't need to, if you have not spoken to them for 1 week, you just send them $500. "Oh, babe, you're the best. Oh my God, I'm high maintenance. I have to keep my hair. I have to keep my nails." For me, that was low maintenance, because thanks be to God, money can come, money can go. And if you have money, she will stay. And it's quite easy to get money if you understand the society and how things work. So all that was needed to keep her at a certain standard was money. That's low maintenance. But you see, my babe holds me to a very high standard of which I need to be minimum to be her boyfriend. I have to get my mental right. So I have to make sure I'm right with therapy, I'm reading books. I have to get my intellect right. She won't talk to me if I was a dollar, the Dundee. My physical, I have to make sure I'm in proper shape. We have check-ins to make sure that, hey, have you been to the gym? Are you taking care of your health? It's not about big bicep, big muscles, but take care of your health. We have spiritual goals that, hey, have you done this in terms of your spirituality? Are you growing? That for me is very high maintenance, because if I fall short and I let myself go physically, or I'm no longer mentally keeping myself acute, or all that thing, she will leave me. And for me to keep all those other spheres on point is high maintenance. Yes, she doesn't bill me, but I think she asked for a higher currency that I have to provide to maintain the level of her boyfriend. So yes, she's high maintenance, which means I am of a higher standard than I was before I met her. And that way, I love her for it. Don't be low maintenance, be higher quality.
And don't tell me you don't need no makeup. You lying. Because if you standing next to a woman that has on makeup, you're blending into the background as an extra. Okay? If you're going out and let's say you're going to brunch, or let's say you're going out to freestyle, and you say, oh, I don't need no makeup on, and the chick next to you got on makeup and lashes and glossy, beautiful, luscious lips and contour, and you over here just glowing and looking like, you just came out the gym with no makeup on, or you just woke up and brushed your teeth, you're gonna blend into the background. Okay? You're gonna look low maintenance. You're gonna look like you're not polished. You know what I mean? You're gonna look like you don't require too much. You're gonna look like all you need is lotion. You know what I'm saying? Do a little bit more. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The more high maintenance you look, the better. You don't want to look like low maintenance, because you're going to attract men that like low maintenance.
You should absolutely be high maintenance as a woman. Let me tell you why. I don't know why people think it's a bad thing to be called high maintenance. If someone were to say to me, you're really low maintenance, I would genuinely be insulted. First, let's define what high maintenance means, because I already see the comments coming in. I do not mean high maintenance in the sense that you are a bratty girl, you can never be pleased, and you're just ungrateful all the time. That is not the type of high maintenance I'm talking about. I'm talking about being high maintenance in the sense of how you take care of yourself and the amount of self-care that you do. Someone once asked me what I do for my hobbies. I looked at them straight in the face. I said that I do self-care. I'm not joking. When I am bored, ask my best friend. I'm either journaling, doing a spa day, or like doing some spiritual woo-woo witchy stuff. I'm always doing something that is very much self-care, like my version of getting in my divine feminine. Being a high maintenance woman actually will attract a very masculine man. True masculine man, again, not one that's in his wounded, but a true one. A masculine man will look at a woman that's high maintenance and think to himself, she can take care of herself, she has high standards, she knows what she wants, she has her shit together. She's now looked at as unattainable. When you protect your energy, they can feel that. Men know when you are just giving away your energy, you should always be protecting. Since you're now looked at as unattainable, we all know how much men love to chase and what they can't have. He's going to try to pursue you. Being high maintenance, you are setting your standards high. You're setting your standards for your next relationship by how you treat yourself. So ladies, this is your sign to be high maintenance, not in a bratty way, but in a self-love, I take care of myself way. Love you.
Here's how to always look put together, even if you're one inconvenience away from a breakdown. Let me put you on real quick. I don't wake up flawless. I wake up disciplined. There's a difference. Okay, let's start off with the grooming principle. Start with clean, glowing skin and hydrated lips. Light brow grooming and this subtle fragrance can really transform your presence, even without a full face of makeup. Create a 3-minute face routine that you can rely on. Think tinted moisturizer, a lip balm, and a brow gel. Simple but impactful. Okay, next, an effortless outfit formula. When in doubt, wear one color head to toe. All black, all cream, or soft tonal shades. Monochrome always feels intentional. Curate 2 or 3 timeless outfit combinations that you can rely on. A matching set, a tailored blazer with trousers, or a midi dress with clean lines. Pieces that never fail. Next, we have the accessory elevation. Structured accessories elevate your entire appearance. a classic handbag, gold jewelry, sunglasses. And a refined watch can really suggest attention to detail, even if the outfit is simple. These are your signature elements that create impression of effort without the extra time. Okay, next, the signature scent rule. Don't overlook fragrance. Looking put together is visual, but feeling put together is sensory. Choose one scent that feels clean, warm, and feminine for daily wear. Something that leaves a soft trail and feels like you, even in a room full of strangers. Being polished isn't about perfection. It's about preparation and consistency. And a few habits done intentionally create a powerful impression. Bye for now. Toodles.